We've all seen how 3D computer graphics have revolutionized movies and video games. Virtually anything you can imagine now can be created using computer-generated imagery, or CGI. Monsters, alien civilizations, fantasy worlds. What does that have to do with your business? Well, maybe a great deal. Many of us are involved in creating and selling ideas, whether it's a new invention, an architectural concept, or a new product. Selling management clients or potential investors on your ideas requires that you somehow show it to them. With 3D computer graphics, that conceptualizing and visualizing process is faster and easier than ever before. Basically, any 3D modeling software enables you to create three-dimensional objects on a flat computer screen. If you look at this image, you'll see that I've created a three-dimensional cube on a flat screen. I've defined its length, width, and height. You can rotate the object and look at the back of it. It looks solid. I can now tell the program to render this image, that is, generate a picture, and it will look like this. In addition to creating cubes, one can use the program to create many other geometric shapes. Once you've created your shapes using the 3D modeling software, the next step is to apply textures or materials to the shapes. A cylinder, for instance, could look like a marble column, a rusty pipe, plastic tubing, or a wooden log. It depends on which texture you apply to the object. Many textures are made from photographs. You can add to the appearance of a texture with other controls. For instance, you can make the material look rough and textured, or shiny. Here I've given the floor the appearance of a wood floor using a photograph and added reflections to make it look like a waxed floor. Now let's give all the other shapes their textures. You can see that these objects now look like they are made of different materials. The last step in creating a 3D scene is lighting it. The program has virtual lights which behave exactly like real lights. Here we add a spotlight to the scene, and you can see that the lighting has added a lot of realism. Once the scene is complete, it can be rendered from many different angles. You can even animate the scene by moving a camera through it. There are many ways to use 3D models and animation in your business to present ideas and concepts to potential clients and investors. Here are some key areas where 3D modeling has revolutionized today's presentations. We had one client who had come up with a new invention. He had extensive schematics and blueprints, but his potential investors were not technical people. So he hired Skyhawk Studios to make a 3D model. The result was a realistic and detailed visualization of his concept that could be viewed from many angles. 3D modeling speeds up the development process by allowing you to show a photorealistic model without the cost of building a prototype. One client wanted to promote the idea of an information center in a forest location. We built a 3D model based on his rough sketches, which clearly demonstrated his idea and gained him the support to move forward. In the early stages of an architectural project, one often has to sell the idea to clients, managers, or even land use boards. A new packaging and display concept may be difficult to describe in words. We had one client that needed a trade show display. But even after we had completed the graphic panels, they wanted to see what the finished booth would look like before committing to construction costs. We were able to show them the finished booth as a 3D model. Video is becoming an increasingly vital part of any company's promotion. Adding video content to your website is a great way to create interest in your products and services. And with today's 3D modeling technology, even smaller firms can look big. Animating your logo for a sophisticated video intro is a simple process. For novels, ebooks, and other creative projects, 3D technology can help you show your imaginary world to potential publishers or readers. A rich and detailed world can be created using 3D modeling and custom textures. You can use a 3D rendering as your cover, or even animate the model for a short promotional online video. In today's information age, it's often all about selling your ideas and creative concepts, and that means being able to conceptualize and visualize those ideas so others can appreciate them. 3D modeling technology makes that visualization process faster and easier than ever before.